Hello, everybody. Today we're back with this Wednesday with this blue-white cycling abomination. It is actually the most interesting deck, in my opinion, from the Pro Tour. It looks fun. It's a deck we were already discussing playing. It's kind of similar in play style to blue-white approach. Um, with a slightly more disruptible kill condition. Um, Not a whole lot of decks that killed a Drakehaven, or a whole lot of cards that killed Drakehaven main deck, other than some Veraskas here and there. Sure, some decks have cast outs and stuff, but you have your cast outs to get them back. I don't know. It seems interesting to me. It went 8-2. It looks fun. Unfortunately, there's no other deck from the Pro Tour besides this deck and the Mono White Vampires deck and the Blue White Godpharaohs deck that we played, the previous 2 days. Like, kind of ran out of material from the Pro Tour pretty fast. Hopefully we'll see something new from, or not new, but like at least interesting, like some key card changes or something from the Pro Tour or Grand Prix, I guess, this weekend. I assume there's a standard Grand Prix. There usually is the week after. Saying looks like it's a pretty easy keep. We have lands. We have things that cycle. And we have Bay. Hey, Bay. Hey, Brian. What's up, man? You coming to watch this Drakehaven goodness? So he's on some blacker build of it. He could be on Sultai, or he could be on, like, the Channel Fireball list. Alright, so he's probably just on Sultai. Hieroglyphic illumination to my graveyard. Probably not. Feels like it's just good enough, and I'm probably cycling one anyway. If I was cycling one anyway, maybe I should have. Maybe I'm not cycling it. Maybe I'm just cycling Renewed Faith. You're not the only one. I am also hoping. We had to bring in Scarab Gods in this match, which is kind of cool. This Renewed Fate's definitely getting cycled. I think there's 3 Fumigates in the main deck. I've not memorized the main deck. I kind of just like clicked it. And I was like, let's go. F6 value if I do this now. Always yield to that. Wait. I can say no? You can say no to that. Alright. We'll just click yes then. You can say no to gaining 2 life off Renewed Fate. That kind of blows my mind. Oh, hello, friend. Yeah, that resolves then. I guess we'll keep all our cyclers. Probably dishing most cards that aren't a sweeper and or a land right here. May would even get rid of a land. We don't have any black cards in our main deck, do we? I guess we actually have to go look at the deck list since it's a black land. Nope. The only black cards are 1 Duress and 2 Scarab Gods. Sure. I guess I can mill that then. Hello, friend. We're the Haven of Drake. I mean, I'd never read to know that it was a May. I mean, now that I actually take the time to read it, like, why would that card be a May? It's just, like, I just assumed it was, I knew what it did, but I hadn't actually took the time to read the card. I guess there's some significant reason for that somewhere. I might play this deck at Friday Night Magic this week. I already like it. I actually think this game will be hard to win if we don't find a Fumigate. Which I think there's 3. Could cycle one of these, but I'm too greedy. This will find me my land for sure. Oh wow, so this is not the same 75, it's just the same type of deck. Sensor in the graveyard? Sure, I actually just want to land now. Hey, I gotta land. I actually have a cast out for this too if we feel like it's needed. Which is kind of cool. I'm gonna cycle both of these and get 2 drakes. And then next turn I probably can cast this and cycle this and get a 3rd drake. Things are looking good. Ish. Could just cast out that too because screw him. If he attacks with this, I'm gonna try to chump block it. Alright. So the cycle of this. Yes, I will pay to 1. That's kind of weird. Yes. Yeah, I probably don't need one yet. I'm just assuming he's gonna have something. Draw a card to see if we find something worse to cycle. I actually kind of think I want to keep that. Hey, Eric, thank you for the auto host. Not that I think you're actually watching, listening, or hearing me, but thank you nonetheless. I think I'm going to double block this. Wait. I'm going to have to read that card. That way, if he has a Blossoming Defense, it at least trades with a card from his hand. If he doesn't have a Blossoming Defense, it feels like it's a free block anyway. The one thing it does let him do is like put 1 counter on this and kill these 2 things off, but if he's wasting his entire turn to kill my 2nd Drake, I feel like that's pretty good for me. So you may cast non-land cards with cycling from your graveyard. If a card with cycling would be put into your graveyard from anywhere and it wasn't cycled, exile it instead. Alright, fair. Alright, so he didn't waste his entire turn, unfortunately. So we can guarantee a flip, and I kind of want the land, so... I think I'll guarantee the... Well, I'd have to do 2 cards. I don't know if I want to do 2 cards. Yeah, I guess we'll just wait then. I cast out in my graveyard. Yeah, I don't think I want to rely on a cast out versus a deck that's playing Blossoming Defense. Huh. I guess I just pass turn again? And get ready to cycle a bunch of things? Probably gonna cycle all 3 things in my hand. Sure. Still just don't want to get blown out by Blossoming Defense. Willing to trade a Drake for this if he wants to attack with it. I guess we'll start with this. Seems like the least good card here. Should have tapped the dunes, but whatever. That seems like I can use that later. Let's just keep going down this long road here. I feel like this is a deck that 1,000 people would make 1,000 different decisions with. I'm gonna cycle this thing too. Just don't want to die to Blossoming Defense. I'm not going to block this because it's already a 4/6 because he put the counter on it. So like if he even killed one Drake, it wouldn't get to do its thing. So this can flip if I feel like it. Hey, Boot, what's up, man? We're trying to play Magic here. I don't know how it's going. I feel like we're doing things. I just don't know if the things are good enough because opponent's got like a million cards still. Probably flipping this. I feel like I want all the mana in the world now. Feel like I just want mana. Like how I can cycle one of these and then like cast it and gain 8 life this turn, draw a card, and get a 2/2. That seems pretty good. Screw our opponent. We're attacking. We're now racing. We've got 4 renewed fates. Yes, I know I can't actually race this. I have to find a way to kill it at some point. I'm just kind of like talking trash. I think it's going to be hard to deal with. Probably actually have to keep any more like cast outs we get and try to fight Fruit of Blossoming defenses. Could just be dead. Could have done that attack could have been real greedy and I could just be dead. So like if he taps all of his things that can produce stuff, we can get a cast out through. Should be nice. He's leaving his green mana up. But I can play 2 cast outs next turn? Oh wow, wait. I forgot to leave a mana up. I forgot to leave a mana up. I'm an idiot. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. That right there's kind of embarrassing. Forgot to leave a mana up. Man. Where is like there's fumigates and settles in here, right? Yeah, like there's 6 rafts. So we're at 11 left. Alright, let's actually think about what we can do here. We have 1 cycler. So if I pay 3 mana for this, 2 mana for the cycle, 2 mana for the things, I don't have enough mana to do anything else. Maybe I just pass turn then and leave all the blockers back. Yeah, just passing turn seems fine. Can cast this thing out of my graveyard if I need to as well. Can actually draw cards. Feel like we're in pretty good shape. We've gone through 24 cards and all we really have to do is find a fumigate and I feel like we can't lose at that point. Or a settle. Settles work too. Fumigates and settles. And we have a lot of chump blockers now as well. Hey, Obsidian Veil. What's up, man? Alright, so let's do math here. Takes 3 for that, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left over, so we actually have enough mana for one of these and one of these. Alright, that works then. Let's tap the 2 biggest 2. Guess I should have cycled this first, because if I just hit a settle, I wouldn't care if he attacked. So that seems kind of bad of me. Yeah, that was a misplay. Should have cycled first. Should have definitely cycled first. There's no reason to draw 4 cards when I can do this, right? This lets me look at more cards. And the go here is just to fumigate. Yeah, I'll take a settle. I feel like this is a deck that I should pay attention to what order I put stuff on the bottom. Spoiler, I'm not going to, but I feel like I should. I could probably attack this turn, but it seems safe not to as well. There's like a lot of attacks he can make that the settle just gets him pretty good. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Welcome to the stream. Hostage Taker. So Hostage Taker is going to take this thing. So if I want to cast anything from my graveyard, I need to cast it now. Is that what the world's telling me? I don't actually want to cast anything from my graveyard, I don't think. I think we just have to find a fumigate. He didn't cast my sarcophagus. That's fun. Yeah. Well, this is 4 cards, so. I guess this one? That's still not a fumigate. That's still not a fumigate, but this, can in theory get this back? I feel like at this point there has to be a fumigate in here. Could attack with a bunch, but he gets to gain... What? He gets to gain 4... Alright, I guess we do more than... Guess we do more than that, so... Get attacked. He didn't want to gain 4, because he doesn't want us to die. Then I have another mana? Yeah. He's got negate main deck, though. We just got browned. So maybe it was better to leave these untapped. Maybe that was a play mistake. Feels like that was a play mistake. I actually gave myself an opportunity to die when I was pretty safe. Him having negate in his main deck wouldn't have been unreasonable, so... Alright. It's time to auto-yield to that trigger. Wish I'd played my land so I could have just hit F6. Yeah, I could even played a land to play around Spell Pierce. Cause like I've not played my land for the turn. So like I made a big assumption there. Luckily I didn't get punished because that was pretty bad of me. That was pretty bad of me. Needs another hostage taker for this abandoned sarcophagus. I think I'm going to leave the one cast out in my hand just in case. Unless he attacks this turn, then maybe I'll block. I'm probably just going to block. I want my life total. I can cast all 3 cast outs next turn anyway. And he doesn't even have a green mana left open. Yeah, that feels pretty sick. F6 value. He could have a fatal push at this point. But that's okay, we only take 4 if he does. I'm certainly going to cast out this, and this next turn, I think, and just be done with them. Because that amuses me the most. And this doesn't really feel like something that's losable at this point. What I'm doing right now even seems overkill, but being better safe than sorry feels okay. This deck's a 61 card deck, by the way. Exclamation mark deck list. Could have held this up, actually. I probably should have held this up. Scarab God could have still been a problem. Like, I'm playing kind of loose. I'm actually a little worried about the time if we have to go to 3 games. Because, like, we're already down to 13 minutes, and it's going to take 2 or 3 or 4 minutes to close out this game. I'll just take another Drake Haven. Go ahead and yield to these. Yes. Yes. Draw our card. Should have probably actually hieroglyphed, but I had 6 mana. Sorry if I'm not reading the chat as well as I should right now. Like I said, I'm actually a little worried about time. I'm not worried about time anymore, but I mean, like I'm not worried about losing this game anymore. I'm worried about running out of time if we have to play 3 kind of longish games. So this could be a Scarab God finally. It doesn't matter what it is. It's getting winded. It can literally be any card that's getting winded. Does any of that cycle? Hey, that cycles. Save the wins for the last turn. Pressed F6 already, man. Come on, Moto. Be a bro, Moto. You just attack these 2 turns. We have wins if things go super awry. He could have enough removal spells though that I do want to look for another cycler. Yeah, that's whatever. I could have got the other one, but yes, yes, yes. Draw a card. Now, insurance. I've pressed F6. Will F6 work? F6 did not work. Attack you for 30. Alright, well that seems pretty good. Alright, so what do we want versus like Sultai Energy? We certainly want a Fumigate. Fumigate seem rockin'. Probably want Scarab Gods. If they're in the sideboard for anything, they have to be in the sideboard for energy decks, right? I don't know about that. Like all those cards do things. As long as Binding kind of does some things too. Hey, Al, what's up, man? I feel like as long as we can get around Glint Siphoner, we can win pretty easily. We certainly don't want this thing here. Probably don't actually want this thing. How has the Blue White Haven deck been for you so far? We've played exactly one game so far, and it's been great. Let me know how it goes, Al. Um, hope it goes well. That's as soon as my stream's over, roughly 2-ish hours. That's what I'm going to be getting into. These did a lot of work last game, but in general, I don't think they're that great. Kinda want these, but I kinda don't. Like, sideboarding these out seems really, really weird to me, but, Raphael Levy posted a sideboard guide today, and he actually posted on the sideboard guide to bring these out. For anybody who cares, his sideboard guide's on tcgplayer.com. I feel like the cards I should be taking out are more like these and these, though. Or, sorry, like these. Like, taking out these settled wreckage just feels real wrong to me. In fact, I just don't think I'm going to do it. Screw you, Raphael Levy. I'll do what I want. If this doesn't work out, I'll actually use this sideboard guide for game 3. Hey, Dung. What's up? What's that little thing? Happy Jack. Yeah, this hand seems good enough. I say good enough. This hand doesn't actually seem very good, but gonna try to cycle that farmland at some point. Don't you do it, you big mingy. Yeah, you did it. I like settle direct. I don't want to get rid of any of my 7 Rafts versus energy decks. Mana online. Ready to party. Somebody's gonna clip me saying "screw you, Raphael Levy." Please no. Please no, opponent. Please no. Keep saying please no because I'm hoping he doesn't have a blossoming defense. Hey! It's party time. It's my birthday. We're gonna party like it's my birthday. I think I'm gonna leave Censor up because of Scarab God. I wouldn't be Drakehavening, or I wouldn't be cycling it this turn anyway. I'd be saving it for the Drakehaven, so like maybe I could have used Market there. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. No, don't do that. Don't want him to see my hand. He's probably gonna take the negate regardless. This way we can actually censor like a Rogue Refiner if he had it. Rip. That card's an issue. He didn't attack. Why, opponent? Why you no attack? Let's start getting Drakes online. At some point they may be good enough. But until then, we're partying like it's my birthday. Yeah, there comes the sneakity snake. Wonder why he didn't attack last turn. We only had 2 mana open. He's playing around Blessed Alliance. That's what it is. That's a good one. Always yield. Interesting. Could just use this on this. But that's like super bad if he has a it's like super bad if he has a blossoming defense and he's had like 3 or 4 draw steps since the last one. I'm not actually counting. Hey, Mr. JP Morgan. It's kind of odd if he's just attacking with that one. Like, I'm obviously snap blocking with that one. What do you got over there? Another Rogue Refiner? That's a Fumigate. You like how I forgot to get 2 points of damage here because I was so excited to get the Fumigate? Like, I'm kind of playing sloppy because there's only 8 minutes left, and if we lose this game, there's a game 3. A little worried about the game 3. Not worried about that. Am worried about that. You did it, opponent. You played a spell that I care about. Like I said, kind of playing sloppy right now. We only have 8 minutes, and there could be a potential game 3. I'm like playing pretty loose and fast right now. Kind of hoping to hit a land. Did not hit a land. Rip. Kind of wanted that cast out. I have to click no too when he uses a duress. That's sad. Just whenever you cycle or discard. I knew to cycle. I hadn't read the other part of it. It's a bristling hydra. Yes. Why no? So many triggers. Can't get through it all. Definitely feel like I'm going to time out if I don't win game 2. Thinking about just slowing down and playing game 2 straight. That's kind of interesting. So I'm going to have problems playing this game this whole league. Because I don't feel like I've tanked on any decision. I feel like I've played relatively fast. Relatively? Feel like I played fast. Words. Yeah. It's kind of an interesting attack by him. What is his last card? Like a walking ballista or something? Yeah, makes sense. Last card, walking ballista. We will not put that in our graveyard. Oh no. 3, 5. So I don't have enough mana to flip it. So I guess we won't flip it this turn then. Yeah, I didn't actually think I was playing slow, but apparently I'm playing very slow. That was a good draw. Of course, our Fumigate was a good draw too. Certainly put it in our graveyard, and we'll certainly flip at this point. Go ahead and cycle this during our main phase. Because we could hit a land or something. Or we could hit that too. Stop opponent from drawing a card. Yeah, it's just all the triggers. I didn't actually feel like I was playing slow, but maybe I was. I could have been playing slow and just not realize it too, because like sometimes you're just used to like, you're just getting used to like chatting and stuff and not really paying a whole lot of attention. I'm doing these right now because like I could hit a land or something, or I could hit a card that I don't want, and then I would buy back the other Scrounger or the other champion in our graveyard. That's why I'm doing the main phase right now, if anybody cares. I love, by the way, that it's discard. I feel like our opponent had a really good draw, but we did draw 3 Fumigates, so that's actually a good draw. So now we need another cast out or a sarcophagus. But like we have all the ways in the world to draw cards right now, so feels like we get to whatever we want. Do we have anything in our graveyard that matters? Nope. So I guess we'll take this one. Put those on the bottom order. Put those there. And just attack with them all. Yeah, we're netting damage attacking with them all. Hey, Blade Ogre, thank you for the 4-month resubscription. Highly appreciate it. So he's going to gain 3, take 10. Oh, okay. Drat. I thought he was going to make the other block. I was like, the other block's really good for us. We don't lose a Drake the other way. So I guess he's going to take 17 down to 9, or 17 minus 10 down to 7 then? Feel like we'll be able to close this deck at this point. Duress, alright, well, we'll just cycle. Yes. Leave a wide untapped in case it's a cast out. Just go ahead and see if we get a cast out. I'm too lazy to do the math. He's dead no matter what, I'm pretty sure. I think he blocks this, goes to 10, takes 14. Yeah, he's dead no matter what. So that was a little overkill. But alright, so we got there, even with our player. But like I said, like I mentioned the player as it happened. Like, I knew I was making the player. It's just, I was trying to save every second as possible. And I don't think this is a deck that wins by inches. I think this is a deck kind of like tokens that wins by miles. That, like, if you miss an attack step or you miss a scry, it's often not the end of the world. Because if you win, it feels like you're just winning by so very much. Doesn't excuse the fact that it was a play mistake though. Alright, so if we were in the Pro Tour Finals, we could have been a winner. I don't know if this Black Splash is even remotely worth it. Levy said that the guy who went 8-2 said Scarab God won him tons and tons of games. I'm pretty sure 61 cards is just like really, really bad as well. I don't know exactly what card I would cut. I know what card I'd cut, but I'm probably wrong. There's about 0 chance I'd be playing these 2 cards if I was building the deck myself. I like it though. It was fun. Let's get paired versus a red deck and see how much we like it. This hand seems fine. We have Drake Havens and we have a couple lands. We're going to need a lot more lands, but... Hey, by the way, hello, Kyle. I don't think I welcomed you to the chat. Welcome. Could be a mirror. Could be the God Pharaoh's Gift deck. Who knows? Could be an approach deck. I bet an approach deck is really, really hard to beat. Didn't play anything on 2 mana, so it's probably a control deck of some kind. Land, please. Thank you, land. I don't care if he has Censor. We have a backup one of these anyway, and like playing around Censor just gives him a chance to like play Supreme Will. Oh, cute. It resolved. What lucky for us. Alright, tapping 3 mana for Gideon. So he's definitely an approach deck, I think. Just gonna cast a second Drake even. We're gonna have to find Conveying Winds or something. Or multiple of them. This match doesn't feel winnable to me. I don't think there's enough counterspells. Like we have 3 counterspells total in the entire deck. That does not feel like enough to me to beat this matchup. So like they're clearly not trying to beat this match. Man, I want to cast that too. I just want to cast everything. I don't ever want to cycle. All these cards are good. Still get to get 2 Drakes though. 2 Drakes are better than no Drakes. I mean, I guess that's fine. If I cycled and made 2 Drakes now, he just gets to tick up on a Drake anyway, so like it takes the Drake out of combat regardless. If I was him, I might have been more worried about the search for Ascanta. So like maybe the word just sounds weird now. I'm sorry. I don't think making the second Drake really does anything. It just lets him start ticking this up. Like it never gets to attack anyway. And it even gives him an opportunity to play Fumigate and kill the first Drake. Well, that's a good card. Land? I actually kind of want to land, so I'm not going to put it in my graveyard. I'm not worried about getting donkey smashed by Gideon. Do not think Gideon has any chance to actually deal 20 damage to me. In fact, if that Gideon does 20 damage to me, I will not... Sorry, 20 damage to me in this game, I will not eat ice cream tonight. How about that? That's how confident I am that Gideon's not doing 20 damage to me. Could slip through a cast out there, but again... feel like I have other worries. And I may not cast a cast out at all. Looks like I am casting it, but I didn't know I was casting it at the time. Actually, I'm just not going to cast it, I don't think. I'm going to see if I can just cycle into multiple cyclers. Or I'm just going to use it to cycle itself. Problem is, they play Settle to Wreckage as well, so... Like, I need a Conveying Wind here? That card that I don't really like. An island in my graveyard? Sure. Hey, what we drew. Not actually sure that I even want to hit that. Whatever. That's fun. I'm the least worried about that card as any card in the world. All I'm worried about is dying from approach. Oh, he's got Disallow in his deck? Alright. That's good enough to counterspell then. Because if it resolves, we get our Conveying Winds back anyway. And like now we get to try to like fight for cast outs or whatever. Can flip to search for Azcanta next turn if we want. He can Fumigate here, or he can play an approach, but he can't do both. Looks like he didn't have the 7th mana, and he's just going to Fumigate, which is fine. Or could just cast out something, too. No. Fumigate. Fumigate a clock. Kind of want to draw a land. Cell Wreckage definitely has to go to the graveyard. Transform it because it gives me a guaranteed land. Oh my. Everything's coming up right now. Like, I'm so happy with how this game's looking. Still just gonna die to like a couple of approaches, but like, still pretty happy right now. I get to do cute things this turn too. Cute things are always my favorite things. Sure? Alright, let's be cute. Oh, yes. Do I have to tap a white mana? Did I not tap a white mana? Did not tap a white mana. See if he uses a counterspell on this. Pretty easy for him to have one. I'm getting the Drakehaven back. We're doing things. We are doing things, fam. Potentially goodbye, Gideon. May not be. He may protect it or whatever, but like, I'm not concerned. I have 2 more cast outs, I have 2 renewed fates, and I have 1,000 drakes, so like, don't really care if the Gideon's on the table or not. Have to get it off the table at some point though, because like he can just ultimate or whatever, but I certainly don't have to worry about it right now. I think I'm gonna start using Ascanta to look for our second Conveiling Winds, because we're probably gonna need more than 1 counterspell this game. Yes, whatever. Don't care about that card. Only care about his second approach and his third approach. Are the only 2 cards we care about in his entire deck. Yeah, so let's start with this. There's another Drakehaven, which doesn't help a whole lot, so let's just take the thing that can cycle. I guess it's better than this. Oh, have I not yielded to those yet? What lucky. What lucky. That's a censor, so if he doesn't have another land, the censor actually does things. The censor actually does things anyway. Alright, so now it's a race between us and his second thingy. We said thingy. Wow, he doesn't have another land. How lucky is that? Alright, so let's cycle this. Wait, I've already said always yield to these. How many times do I have to do that? Yes. 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 Definitely don't want to settle the wreckage. I think it's safe to cycle this one now. Fumigate that we don't want. Renewed Fate that we don't really want. Well, opponent needs something relevant now. Wow. We have enough damage in play, so let's go ahead and do this to start. Which of these do we want? Those don't do anything in multiples, so I guess we'll take this one. It's the only one that does anything. How could I have killed him? I had to have 5 more tokens to kill him, right? Like, this only does 7 extra. Or did I mess up? I'd had to have 1 more token? You could be right. I didn't really realize I had this card. Hey, why is it not letting me auto yield to those? You could be right. I could have missed lethal. There might have been a way for me to get another. I might have been able to cycle and get another guy. I wasn't really paying attention. I won't say that I didn't miss anything. I could have. I mean, there might have been a way for me to get another Drake in play. Another Conveying Winds would have put the game away. I guess I didn't need to make tokens there. I should have used Hieroglyphic Illumination there as well. I kind of just don't even want to attack. Guess I'll attack with 6. So if he has Settle, or if he has 1 Effort Meltdown, we can survive. I'm not going to use Conveying Winds here because he could have Disallow, and if he has Disallow, we just die to approach. Like, I'm willing to keep presenting lethal to him every turn of the game. I'm willing to just put lethal on the board every turn of the game, so I'm not worried about trying to, like, use a removal spell on something like that, or a protection spell on something like that. And I'm keeping this cast out of my hand for those who have been wondering, because if he ever does cast out our sarcophagus, I want the second cast out. I could have took the sarcophagus instead of the Search for Azcanta a while ago, and then I'd have to cast out the cycle, but like, we're still learning this deck, and I'm realizing to play mistakes as I go. He's got a Wrath of God, that's fine. So he knows we have this in our graveyard. They are the best deck, but I agree, I also do not want to play them. Yeah. Well, we got there even though I played very poorly. I may have missed lethal that turn, I'm not sure. We certainly want these cards. Certainly don't want these. The sideboard guide that Raphael Levy posted, which, by the way, if anybody cares about, it's on tcgplayer.com. Take care, Brian. Thanks for stopping by. Mentions to bring these in. Well, not a big fan of bringing that card in. Actually, I think this card's considerably better, but whatever. We'll do what they said in this match. We ignored him last match, but we'll listen to him this match, I guess. Wow, we're not even done with match 2, and we're like an hour and 4 minutes into the stream. This is going to be a long upload. Alright, I have to keep it. Seems fine. That's true, but if it's still the best deck in the format, that means people sideboarding against it aren't doing enough. Like, if it's still the best deck in the format with people gunning for it, like, that says a lot about the power of the deck. Like, I agree with you that people are actively trying to beat it, and it's still the best deck by a lot. Like, it's not even close in this situation. Kind of want a second search for Ascanta in the deck. I think from playing the deck in exactly 3 games that I want one more search for Ascanta and I want to cut 2 cards. Yep, already a pro. I know more than them smart people know. Let me change this deck however I wants to. Y'all reckon? Still not sure how this is supposed to be a reasonable match. It feels like about the furthest thing from reasonable that I've ever saw. Don't really want to cycle this cast out, but like our hand's so bad. What can he do on 5 mana that I care about? Everything. You can play a cat. Meow meow. How do we beat a cat? We'd have to draw a fumigate? That card's good enough that I'm actually going to try to counterspell it. Because this is the best card in their deck by a lot. Not even a little, but by a lot. It's also the best card in my deck, I think. That was a play mistake. I should have played my land first. If he has Spell Pierce, I'm going to slap myself. So we're in bad shape now. He's got a Search for Ascanta. We have no pressure on the board. We have no relevant cards in our hand. And he's got land for days. No cycle, cause I suck. There's another Drakehaven. Ah, he hit the land. That's bad for us. Why is this still in our deck? Yeah. So there's one negate and one conveying winds left in our deck. I don't like these Scarab Gods at all. Well, hello. Hey, hey, Gobo, what's up, man? It's kind of weird that we didn't sideboard out the renunciation in this match. Like, I'd rather have it than a. I guess it cycles. I feel like I'd rather have a binding than it, though. There's a Gideon. We, like, kind of can't get rid of the Gideon or we just die. Yeah. Start with this. Yield to this. Yes. Yes. Draw our card. Yes. No. There's another card that I don't want. Hmm. Is it bad that I want to kill one of my things? Yeah. I guess we won't kill one of our things. We'll just play a Scarab God. Yeah. That's what I came to the conclusion of, but like we know he's got uh we know he has a thing coming up. So we currently know it's 6 cards down, 5 cards after the draw step, 3 cards with the first scry. So we know he's drawing it this turn. Because that represented 4 plus 2 draw steps. No, I guess he's drawing it next turn. Oh no, he is drawing it this turn. Search for Azcanta. And he gets to flip to search for Azcanta too. If he chooses. I feel like we're really far behind and we can't use this negate on any fumigate type cards at all. Hey, thank you for the follow, Dark Leb. Sorry that I didn't notice until now. Cast out a clock. Goodbye, God. We'll miss you. The sensor might be useful. I guess he doesn't have all the time in the world, depending on how many like fumigates and or settled wreckages and stuff that's in his hand. I feel like we have a lot of dead cards in our hand, though. I feel like if he's doing this, he's got 2 approaches as well. This feels like an awkward time to do that. If you can't protect it and you don't have a second approach, feels like a very awkward time to do that. Um, so it's 10s, not close. Go ahead and cycle this, I guess. Looking for roughly any type of gas. Alright, well that's stuff. Maybe I should have cycled this during our main phase, but then he would have knew we were looking for something, but we could have hit a sarcophagus and technically had negate up. Well, he put a disallow in his graveyard. It's a little mind-boggling to me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, well. Nope. Hey, JJ, still what's up, man? Conveiling Winds? You're not a Conveiling Winds. So I guess we technically have one out. That's if he has nothing. Nope. Nope. Don't actually have another card we can hit with the Renewed Fate, but he doesn't know that, so I might as well make it look like I do. There's only one negate in the deck, so like we can't hit. Alright, we're dead. These Scarab Gods felt real bad. I'm going to look and see if there's anything better in the sideboard for them. The answer is no. I don't know. These feel better? Get out of my deck, Scarab Gods. Alright, submitting it again and rocking and rolling. This card feels terrible too. Right, maybe we can put it in our card if our search for Azcanta or something, but that's about it. Well, snap keep this. This hand's great. This hand's the type of hand that brings all the boys to the yard. Spoiler, any hand with Search for Azcanta is a hand that I'm going to be happy with. For anybody who's watched me play much blue-white approach, that's the one thing you can be sure about, that I think this card's broken. Yeah, it does not feel like there's enough counter magic in the sideboard, but this deck was built for the PT, and they probably were not expecting any approach decks there, so. I would slap a baby for a milkshake. I don't even know if that's just me talking or if that's real, but I'm pretty sure I would slap a baby for a milkshake. Obviously would not harm a baby, but it's not funny if I don't pretend like I would. I guess I want to keep that. I just want more cyclers in my hand at the moment. Putting it in our graveyard would have been okay if I knew I had a 4th untapped land, because I could have just cast it next turn, but we don't know that we have a 4th untapped land. So I like the idea of being able to cycle it. But anyway, we have our best card in play. We got a lot of things that we can put in our graveyard. Now we need a Haven that can Drake. Planes in our graveyard? Nah, we want lands. Lands seem cool. Oh wow, I kind of messed up there. Should have played the Fetid Pools. I think I should have played the Fetid Pools. I wanted 4 mana for the cast out, but I don't think I actually have to cast a cast out this turn, so that seems kind of bad. Man, I gotta tell you, milkshakes are not cheap when you live in the Congo. As I cycle this one, kind of want to keep the cast out. That's kind of why I wanted to keep the cast out. Wonder which one of these two cards he thinks is more threatening. Huh. People don't think Search for Azcanta is nearly as good as I think Search for Azcanta is. It's like the one thing I figured out. Because I think Search for Azcanta is stone nuts. So we really need another land. Drakehaven in my graveyard. Yes. Wow, I didn't hit a land and all that. That's bad for us. Not getting a land with multiple cycles and a draw step and a search for Azcanta, so we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws to hit a land that turn. That's a Gideon. Not worried about this Gideon. Oh, it's better this game than it is most games, but it's not a card I'm worried about overall. You can do it. You can do it, search for Azcanta. Find us a land. Cast out yes to the graveyard. We did it! Land online and ready to do the hardy party. That's like some of the dumbest things that I've ever said, and I love it. Feel like I had another cast out. Unfortunately, it got removed from the game because this says when you discard things from anything goes to your graveyard that hasn't been cycled, that has cycle, is removed forever and ever. And then sometimes even forever. What's going on here? His own search for Azcanta. I actually can't stop that one. Ixalan's Binding. Interesting card in this spot. Just want to land. Another Drakehaven to my graveyard? Okay. Just want to land. You're not a land. Take care, George. I want to land. Land me. Ha. Land. Is he going to counterspell this? Oh my. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to counterspell that. I kind of want to counterspell back because that means whatever's in his hand feels like it's kind of good. But this gets rid of our Conveying Winds forever? Guess we'll snap get the approach for now. Oh, did I? Oh yeah, I do have a sensor in my yard. I'm an idiot. Good call. I am very bad. I'm also in kind of bad shape here too. Whatever this is, I'm probably putting it in my graveyard. Yes, yes. Because I kind of want to just flip Daz Kenta and try to resolve this thing. that's a good call, Tick. I'll have to pay more attention to that. Look at him. He's got another one of them in his hand. Yeah, that could be a game costing mistake even. Having that Conveying Winds is kind of important. Could cost us the game. Ixalan's Binding doesn't let you replay the card. So, like, he can't cast that other Gideon if we do that. Him casting that other Gideon seems like... I feel like I'm closer to losing to his Gideon than I am his approach at the moment, but that could just be wrong. Seems like it was clearly wrong as he just drew another approach. I think I am going to censor this one, because this censor is not going to get better, I don't think. Can't actually cast anything, I don't have the mana. I think I'm going to cast this. And if he draws, we know the two cards in his hand, so if 2 draw steps, he draws approach, then sure, we just lose. Nothing I can really do about that. It's kind of interesting. So we have 1 negate and 1 Conveying Winds in our entire deck that matter right now. And he gets to go 8 cards deep this turn. It's going to be very hard for us to win here. In fact, I doubt we can win here. So that's a cast out. I wonder what he's going to cast out. Could get his Gideon back. Alright, we'll figure out what it is in a second. So he's going to take my Drakehaven, is he? Alright, well, I guess we'll at least cycle this. It gives him quite a bit of extra time. So, we need 3 for that. Yeah. So I have enough mana to do this, is that right? Sorry. So if I do 3 for that. I don't have enough mana to actually get a Drake, so we can wait. Not if we hit Conveying Winds, rather. So he used this thing. Yeah, he just hit another approach. Oh, that's not an approach. Let's probably getting to Gideon? He's taking that thing. Alright, well, if he's taking that thing, he doesn't have enough mana to do anything else, so we'll just go ahead and do this now. Well, that's fine. We'll definitely take our counterspell here. Cast another one of those. Yeah, so he's got a minute 35. I think I've played okay this game except for the cast out. And then the cast out would have turned out the exact same either way. We had to use the Conveying Winds to get the second one, so it ended up being the exact same. Sure. I don't think I actually care about the Drakehaven. How long have I had that Drake in play? Because I've certainly not been attacking with it. How many pulse of damage have I missed off not using that Drake? Just wanted to F6, Moto, come on. I don't think I've missed that many, have I? Maybe like 2 or 3 or 4? Did the opponent draw a pull from tomorrow? I guess we could lose to a pull from tomorrow. Four. I didn't even see it in play. I legitimately did not see it in play. I guess it's not the same either. We would have drawn one card deeper into our deck. We have another cast out here. We could get that Drakehaven back, so feel like we're in a pretty good spot. I think we're in a pretty good spot to actually win a fair game without the clock. I mean, he's not going to beat us in 10 seconds, but I think we were going to win this game. A good chance to win this game anyway. Would have depended on what 7 cards he drew. So I missed 4 points of damage. Gotcha. Alright. Alright, I'm going to have to tighten up play. This deck's a little complicated, and I'm not playing particularly well. And every game I've been close to dying to the clock, which makes me play even worse. Dong Diggity left a message on my video an hour ago. Ooh, cycling. Hey, can somebody write something in chat? I want to see if chat works. Because I clicked something on my computer and I don't know if the chat will still work. Anyway, we'll play first. We'll keep. Alright, chat still works. Great. I didn't break it. This deck is kind of fun. It's gonna take me some getting used to. Like, it's certainly a different a different play style than anything that I'm really used to. I don't know if the black's worth it. Penis envy. I wish. I envy the fact that I can't find it because it's so small. That's a Zombro. You don't see a whole lot of Zombros in standard these days. Land? You guys aren't lands. Hey, that's a land though. Let's get it. Wait, why didn't I play a Drakehaven? Oh wait, I don't want to play a Drakehaven. I want to play this farm. Sure. Resolverinos. There's a farm if you want to go to the market. I'm going to play the farmer market because I just want to hit lands and I don't know that I'm going to hit lands. This gives me the best opportunity to hit lands. What? That's about right. Still no lands. I'll pretend you're my least useful card, even though that card's great. I feel like all this other stuff's kind of important versus like a zombie deck. Land? Alright, looks like we're running back that other play. That farm and market play. What's this thing? Oh, there's another Lord of the Cursed? No. Opponent's doing stuff and I don't like it, guys. Land? Online. Ready to party. What is this? Oh, it's a Liliana's Mastery. That's a good one. No fear of Settle the Wreckage is what our opponent has. That's thick like a tuna can. Might not be able to knock the bottom out of it, but you'll put some wire on the sides. Wow, my ear just started ringing again. I don't want to take any more damage. We have a follow-up Fumigate and we have a Drakehaven. This game's probably over. I don't want to say it's over because like I don't know what's in our opponent's deck, but I feel like we're in a really good spot. Feel like we're in a really good spot. Especially if these double renewed fates in their hand. That's an Emmet. Thing's a 6/6. You know, I don't think I ever realized that guy was a zombie before. Like I probably realized it. Hey Steve, what's up, man? What's the hippity happity? That's right, I said what's the hippity happity. Because I say lots of weird things. I ain't ashamed. Always yield. Yes. I think I'm just gonna block this. We'll see what the card is first, though. I'm just gonna block it. Sanctum Seeker, Anointer, and Deathless Ancient. That is, that's some cards. You play a lot of Sealed on there, don't you? You like it a whole lot? That third farm to market was a nice draw, so now I don't even have to throw a Drake away. Man, I have to drive like 3.5 hours to even get to an IMAX or something. I'm kind of jealous of that. And I'm too fat to go to my local movie theater. Being too fat to go watch movies when you know you're really too fat. That's fair. That's fair. That works. Sealed's pretty fun. Oh, you got more? Don't kill Drake. Yeah, it really is. Like, I got pretty lucky getting into Moto, or I probably wouldn't be in Moto. Yeah. I guess I'm casting a Fumigate this turn. Probably don't actually have to, but like I could probably win as the board was. But it seems like it's just safe. What do I want to put in my graveyard? I guess I'll put you and you in my graveyard. I mean, I am trying to lose a little weight, but like losing weight's slow. I don't want to discard any of these. I want them all. Fine, I'll discard these two. Four and Hibiscus versus Jeff Goldblum. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. That's all I have to say. I have definitely already clicked auto yield to that, but thank you, Moto, for having us do it again. I'm enjoying my whiskey and my McRibs. Hey, new guys that I haven't welcomed to the chat. Welcome, welcome. What the world's that thing? Menace. Target creature you control. Sure. Ah, too much cutes going on at one time. I can't contain myself. too much cute. He didn't attack. I guess that's because I have a million mana and a Drakehaven, but... Well, that kind of art's kind of cool. Oh, that's the wrong color. I do feel like I'm playing approach without approach. It's like one of the things that I said. Definitely having fun with this deck. Alright, so what do we got going on here? He's kind of like this randomish aggro deck. So, a randomish aggro deck. We probably want Fumigate. We probably want these, and we may actually want these. Could potentially want these as well. Cards that don't seem great here. These seem kind of slow. These actually seem kind of slow. I usually sideboard these out versus most aggro decks with blue-white approach, so let's sideboard them out here as well. Only saw one target for this. I don't think his cards are powerful enough to want those. I'm bringing in these. I might not need another kill condition. Yeah, I looked at Levy's Primer. It's one of the reasons we chose this deck today. Just bring in everything that can deal with a creature. It seems pretty good. It doesn't seem tuned enough. Like, it's got 61 cards, and I can't see how that's ever right. But other than that, go ahead and keep here. We've got double settled wreckage and a bunch of cyclers. And then we got like a farm. Don't want to take out all the cyclers though. I think the deck's good. I just feel like it needs tuned. Like Levy even wrote in his article that he wouldn't have played 61 cards, but he didn't have time to smooth the deck out. Like, I feel like it's a good idea, but I just don't feel like it's a perfect 75 or a perfect 60 or whatever. Obviously, there's never a perfect 75 or 60. I mean, you always like tune your deck and stuff based on what you're getting paired versus and things, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, feels like it was a good idea without a lot of testing. The farming market haven't been particularly good, but we've not got paired versus the matches that I think they're supposed to be good in yet. This is on tcgplayer.com. I'll put the link in chat for you if you want. I saved it because I was thinking about putting it on the YouTube link. Gotta get the donator back up. There we go. Oh wow, you didn't have another play? Alright, well, let's just go ahead and start getting this thing online then. When Excellence Binding enters the battlefield, target opponent exiles. Your opponents can't cast... I feel like it probably beats Teamer. It's got 7 Wrath of Gods. That feels like the most important thing to beating Teamers, having 7 Wrath of Gods. could have cycled that end of turn. I probably should have. I also sold my Scarab Gods for I got 46.5 out of mine. But I've got this little $10 Mana Traders account, so I can always get me 2 Scarab Gods. I chose Cast Out instead of Binding there because I was afraid he would binding my binding or whatever, and I'd just be SOL. I like how me and my opponent just aren't doing anything but fighting over a Drake Haven that's yet to make a single Drake. It seems to me like it's good versus Teamer for the most part. It's probably okay versus the red decks, but I'm not going to swear to that. I didn't read the whole primer, so I can't tell you. What does what mean? I'm confused. Not fair. But he can like cast out and do stuff, but you're right. Yep. I get used to playing this card. This card was bugged on Moto forever. Do you not know what Mana Traders is? A online rental service that I use. I pay $10 a month and it lets me get like $90 worth of cards. And with $90 worth of cards, I can always just go grab 2 Scarab Gods if I need. It's a rental service online. They have subscriptions where you can go all the way up to get like $750 worth of cards or whatever. Kind of like it if your budget allows it. It's like kind of cool. I don't know that it's for everybody, but I just use stream donations and pay for it. That's where our good friend JJ Still's money's going to mostly. Here, let me link it to you. It's a pretty nice service. If you care at all, I have a referral code, but you should probably use Pascal Maynard's referral code. You get 11% off when you use his referral code. When you use my referral code, you don't get nothing at all. But I get like discounts. Well, I guess I can show that to the stream while we're waiting for the next match. Let's go up and view deck. Let me pop it up and make sure I'm logged in and all that. So basically, once you have an account, you go to your account, you log in. You go down here, you click build a deck. You type whatever card you want, say Scarab God or whatever. You click it. You can keep adding whatever you want. You add more, you add less or whatever. It doesn't matter. But hold on, let me just get something irrelevant. Let's see, Angel of... We'll get to the game in a second. You just like grab a random card here. And then you like click it, you tell them where you want it, and then you just wait for it. It'll go through this. Well, I guess because you have to sign up and give you their information and stuff, and they'll probably prosecute you. I can't answer that question. Like, I'm sure people could steal from them if they wanted somehow, but like, you give them your credit card info and stuff like that, especially on the bigger accounts. And then after, sometimes it takes a couple minutes, but like, it'll pop up and tell you what bot to get, and then the bot will open trade with you. So I'm just going to scoot that over to another window, and whenever it pops up, I'll show it to you. I'm keeping this because we have 2 cyclers in our hand. But it does take a couple minutes to actually get the cards. I mean, I'm sure there's something legally they can do if you like try to steal from them or whatever, but most humans are decent people. We got another cycler. Maybe this hand wasn't a keep. It's all automated too, like you don't have to deal with people if you don't want to. So reverse this teamer, and we really need to hit the land. That is a land. Wasn't really what we meant when I said we needed to hit a land. Actually, I think I need a land bad enough that I'm going to cycle this too, even though I don't want to. Land? That's not a land. This not drawing land stuff is turned out to be kind of bad, but we have gone 13 cards deep in our deck. We have a settled wreckage, so we have like a lot of catch-up cards. Now, I can't tell you any of that type of stuff. There's a Twitch channel, just Mana Traders, and they stream almost every day where you could like probably ask them those type of questions. Man, this is getting to be a tilt. There we go. Alright, so this game's not going well, of course. I mean, it's pretty obvious that this game isn't going well. More lands? I just want to land pretty much every draw step the rest of this game. Our opponent's hand seems to be very reactive. And giving him more lands kind of sucks, because they could be like Relic Seekers and stuff, which is one of the harder cards. Like, this deck probably struggles versus the Relic Seeker version of that deck. Alright, didn't get a black mana, so that's great for us. That's just great, fam. What's he got here? Another Bristling Hydra? Well, that's unfortunate. Another land, please? That is another land. Probably just going to cast Settle again. I want to put this in my graveyard. Did it post-combat because I wanted him to not get the extra point of damage. And I want to be able to cycle that thing next turn. Get more value out of the settled wreckage. There's an argument that I should have settled that turn, but because I'm not going to feel real good if I miss on my land drop over my next 3 draw steps or whatever. It lets you cast all of your cyclers back out of your graveyard. It's called Abandoned Sarcophagus. Land? You know, Search for Azcanta is good enough that I'm going to play it. and just use the settled wreckage. Like, I changed my plan because I think Search for Azcanta is one of the best cards, if not the best card in Standard. Yep, it then exiles them. Well, if they get put there from anywhere, it exiles them. So, like, if I mill it with Search for Azcanta, or if I cast the front half of it, it would exile them both in those regards. Anyway, so this gets to flip next turn, which is really nice. Guess he'll probably take this, which is fine. Because our plan next turn is to flip this and just our abandoned sarcophagus back a cast out. Fumigate's the only card I could really draw that would stop me from making that play. Yeah, if I cycle them, they actually go to the graveyard. That's fine. I expected that as well. Just want to get that going. Yeah, so we're set up to start trying to win the game now. Might have took too long to get here, but may not have as well. It's going to depend a lot on what the last card in his hand is. Like, if it's another Glorybringer, I'm probably not in the best shape. If it's any card other than another Glorybringer, I don't know. I guess another counterspell would be bad too. If he's playing Bestiary's main deck, he could easily be playing a counterspell main deck as well. Anyway, so I forgot to tell you guys, but right here's what happens. So when you get your trade up, and you like, it just sends a trade with the card already loaded. Alright, my Moto's lagging, but yeah. So whenever Moto actually pops up, it'll be in there. Wait, what? It's a kind of bug there, I guess. It normally doesn't show the whole collection. It normally just shows the only card you can get. But yeah. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. Wasn't paying attention. But anyway. So that's how you get a card from them. And we'll go back to the game. Sorry about that, guys. I know, like, the people on the YouTube probably... Oh, wow, that was terrible for us. That was great for us. So if he has multiple removal spells in his hand, I'm dead now? Well, I'm not dead, but it sucks if he has multiple removal spells in his hand. I do want to play around a Glorybringer, though, so... We might lose this game, even though I didn't think this game was losable, so I don't think I played as tightly as I should have. It could end up biting me. I don't think I played this game particularly well. Yeah, so can we survive this turn? He's got 3 removal spells, we sure can't. If we get to block this, I think we'll probably win. Yeah, well, we're probably dead then. But I do think I played the game very, very, very poorly, so. It's almost guaranteed that whatever card he has left in his hand is still a removal spell. So block. Yeah. It's kind of weird that he would add more to the board, but I guess he has to have something that can beat the Drakehaven now. And I guess this card does replace itself and he gets to draw a card. Probably in okay shape now, but I won't swear to it. But yeah, that's how trading goes with them. And we kind of have our engine online now. Kind of get to do whatever we want. Wow, the stream's been live 2 hours and we've only played 2 matches, right? Oh, we played 3 matches. It's like this deck is very slow. So he's got his engine online too. He's actually as deep in his deck almost as we are. He gets to do stuff like this every single turn. We put 1 Fumigate on the bottom of our deck already. So we've got like 1 Fumigate, 1 Settle left. That's particularly great cards. Speaking of Settle, we have another Settle here. It's going to be a hard game to win. Is he going to attack with both? I think if he's just going to attack with that, I'm willing to just cycle. Because I can stop 1 blocker a turn real damn easy right now. While we look to get back to that last Fumigate. I'm going to start attacking him soon. Just like kind of like a hopefully opponent doesn't have another braid and we find the other sarcophagus and then we just go off. We're actually ahead on clock than him too, even though we were messing around with mana traders. He's gonna confiscation coup this? Okay. I would have probably saved that for my other sarcophagus that I'm clearly going to draw at some point. It's worth looking for a sensor, I think. That works too. We have insurance for the next turn with our settled wreckage already. Yeah, it is. This stuff is looking very impressive from his side of the board for sure. He can make that cub a 13-13 right now. It's insane. 13-13 go. Yeah. Yep, this is just match 3 game 1. Or sorry, match 4 game 1. This deck takes a long time to play. Alright, we'll just block that. Why, yes. Why, yes. I think I'm going to actually draw 2 of the hieroglyphic illumination. Meh. Drawing 2 doesn't seem that good, actually. Play fast and I think you win. Like, we're ahead on clock. I feel like we win this game. Because I feel like it's easier for us to rebuild than him. But I guess with Lifecaller's Bestiary, he can always just go off. Maybe I should have kept that Fumigate. Rogue Refiner's still a card that I need to worry about a little. So he's just going to give up. I guess he disagrees and Rogue Refiner isn't a card that he thinks I need to worry about. I was kind of worried about Rogue Refiner. He'd have 23 energy over there. Or not Rogue Refiner, Whirler Virtuoso. I'm sorry. Maybe he doesn't have Whirler Virtuoso in his deck? He had to make room for things like this somewhere. I don't know. I think we were in a good spot. He didn't know we only had the other Fumigate near the bottom of the deck either. He doesn't know that we only have 3. Yeah, whatever. So sideboarding versus them, according to the write-up on this deck, we're kind of favored versus them. They bring in these dudes, and they bring in these dudes. They actually bring in this, which I find weird. I don't really like it. They take out Settles, which I think is insane, and I'm probably not actually going to do. Probably not actually taking out these Settles. They take out 4 Renewed Fate, which I'm absolutely fine with. I do not like the Renewed Fate. They take out this, which I'm also absolutely fine with. So this is how they sideboard. I gotta be honest, I'm not really willing to take out these Settles. Right or wrong, I'm not willing to take them out. I don't know what I should take out over them, though. But I'm not willing to take them out. What did we do last round? I think we took out these and this, right? Is this what we did round one? I think cast outs are kind of bad in this match, though. Yeah, I want all 7 rafts versus them. Hey, we have 40 viewers today. Hey guys, make sure if you like what you're watching to click the follow. We have no white mana. I have no idea how many white mana's in this deck. So I guess we have to go check that. So we have 8, 9, plus 7. We have 15. And I want double white. I think I'll mulligan. I like this hand a lot better than that one. I don't think I actually want that. You do need cyclers, that's true, but like I kind of feel like you're playing the control route, so I don't think you need the cyclers until very late. Maybe we should have cut a Drakehaven. Cutting one Drakehaven feels like it could have been okay. I like the synergy of this card in Drakehaven, though. So there's a cycler. Probably not going to cycle it yet. We have 2 draw steps before we need to land. I don't know, maybe I'll cycle it. Another farm seems okay. We farmed a cub. Rip. Those little scavengers are great versus this deck. Yeah, those scavengers are pretty darn good versus this deck. Not Glorybringer o'clock? That feels good. Thank you, JJ Still. I don't like Scarab Gods in this match either because they're probably not sideboarding out Confiscation Coup, and Confiscation Coup seems pretty good here. Maybe I should have cast a Drakehaven there. Since I can't really even block. But we don't have another cycler in our hand at the moment. Actually, I probably should just cast a farm to market. Alright, well, we're probably dead. We're probably dead now. Like, not completely dead, but we're certainly not in a good spot. Irrigated farmlands to our graveyard? I kind of have to, I guess. Still can't play the Scarab God, which is a little unfortunate. See how much removal they left in their deck. Bristling Hydra. That's a good one. Goodbye, Pharma Market. We will miss you. These Death Gorger scavengers have just smashed us both games. So no removal spell would be nice. Another Drakehaven doesn't do anything. A Plainstar Graveyard, yes. Draw a card for our turn. Alright. I have to play on with fire a little here. So we go to 10, and they're attacking for more to 10, so Glorybringer kills us, and so does any removal spell for the Sunscorch champion. That's not either of those cards, so still alive. Chandra even kills us? Second negate probably kills us. It's kind of cool that we get a bunch of blockers, though. What are you? Plains to the graveyard? Easily? Huh. That one's kind of interesting. You have kind of a defense? Have kind of a defense without actually casting a spell? So confiscation coup, I don't think kills us. I don't think we're dead this turn. We're pretty damn close, though. We've drawn 0 of our 7 rafts and 18 cards, though, so that's always a negative. Alright, we've dealt with that pesky scavenger then. Now what? Oh, there's another scavenger. Alright. 2 draw steps to find a fumigate? Neither of them were a fumigate. I guess let's bluff Settle the Wreckage. Casting the Scarab God doesn't do anything, we're just dead, so... Yeah, just dead anyway. Game 3. Counterspells seem a little bit better on the play. Overall, I'm still just not a big fan of them. I am a giant fan of the Settle. I think we still have enough cyclers. I think we have to mulligan that, even though it's every card we want. If we had one more land, we'd probably keep it. We'll leave the land on top. He can stop a turn 2 Long Tusk Cub, which is one of the scariest things that they have. The Scarab God feels super strong if they're not expecting it. It feels kind of medium if they are expecting it. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, I don't think I like him in this deck either. I think that's one of the first things I would be changing if I was like if I was tuning this deck myself. I think I would be cutting all the black. I may leave some of the cycle lands in, but like but maybe we'll find out. I think I'm going to play this guy and hope that he doesn't have a removal spell. If he doesn't have a removal spell, he can't attack. Well, I guess he could attack if he has a second scavenger. Alright, so can attack. That's good. I don't really want to miss my land drop. But I don't think I'm supposed to play this before he attacks. Glorybringer o'clock. That is in fact Glorybringer o'clock. Alright. I guess we're blocking. Because I'm not a very smart player. If I censor it, he gets to attack with this thing. I don't know. I never use censors because I'm not very bright. So what's this thing do? A farmlands? I certainly don't want to farm. No, it was a misplay. It was 100% a misplay. There's no fair. It was me being dumb. Me being dumb. So that lands a tilt. Like a big time tilt. I probably shouldn't even have played it. I don't even. That's not even the first punt today. That's like a millionth punts today. That 0.4 per hour is insane too, by the way, because I've streamed thousands of hours. I only have 17? That's crazy. I mean, obviously I should have more than 17. By the way, thank you for following Mokutun and I guess 2012? Yeah, no, I definitely should have censored there. Me not censoring there was a huge mistake. Not even a little mistake. It was a huge mistake. It was a massive mistake. Cast out in my graveyard? I guess I kind of want it for this thing? kind of holds the Death Scourge or Death Gorger Scavenger at bay a little longer. I guess I don't want to put it in my graveyard then. I don't really want it though. I just want to play the Scarab God. Like, I just want to play the Scarab God. I think the Scarab God has to just be wrong though, right? I wasn't necessarily worried about being dead. I'm worried about, like, the Scarab God being killed or confiscation cooed. Or him having, like, a second Glorybringer would be terrible. Seemed like that was a really good play for him. Now he just gets to kill my Sunscourger champion for 3. I really need to draw a Fumigate to, like, reset the game. I definitely don't want 2 cast outs. I guess I don't have to play that cast out now. The Glorybringer can't attack this turn, so let's just play a Scarab God. I don't want them both. Like, we know we're drawing one, right? We don't want to draw cast out, cast out. We just want one of them. So hopefully he can't take the Scarab God and or kill it. If he can, the game's just over. Have you noticed that we've not really drawn any of our 7 Wrath effects? He knows we have a cast out in our hand. That's true, but I don't think we're in a luxury of playing around things like that. Like, are we going to use the cast out on the Death Gorger? I don't know. He may not even have removal in his deck. I still feel like we have to draw Fumigate to win, and he's got 6 cards in his hand. It's pretty bad for us. I think I'm just dead. I mean, if they're not in the gates, I guess we have a chance. If they're not in the gates, we can always just draw like a couple of Fumigates and be in the game. Hmm. Yeah, looks like we can just draw in the Fumigate and still be in the game, maybe. Stack them like this, even though I'm pretty sure I'm not using that guy's ability. Planes, definitely to the graveyard. Not going to use that thing's ability. Alright, so are we doing it? He still has this in his graveyard, but we have a... He could have Spell Pierce, too. Maybe attacking there was bad because he could have Spell Pierce. I always value whether attacking's worse or not, but, like, we're probably just dead anyway. We can't block anyway because he could just double exert, And we take 12. Just draw a few more fumigates. He could play a land and use this to get this out of our hand, but that's can't be worth it ever. I don't think we could play around Spell Pierce there anyway. Like, I think we were just dead to Spell Pierce. Because he could, like I said, he could easily double exert. I guess maybe we're not dead to double exert. We drop to 2. And he gets to repeat the play on the following turn. This card's been frighteningly full good. Sure, we'll put that in our graveyard. There's a Drakehaven. We're just going to cast our Scarab God again. He can Visor and get the Scarab God himself, but we have... How many is he running of what? So if this is a confiscation coup, we're kind of sad, but I guess we at least have a Drakehaven. Or sorry, at least have a cast out. Alright. Well, that's not that terrible then, because we still have the Drakehaven. So now we get to flip to search for Ascanta. Hieroglyphic Illumination to our graveyard, so we know we're spending 4 mana on this turn for this. You could technically use it, but I think I want to flip to search for Ascanta more. Yeah, he had his Scavenger's main board. Or main deck. So that's going forever. And then we have this thing. Alright, so now we get to Death Scavenger him next turn if he doesn't kill and or steal our Scarab God this turn. Which he could easily still be killing and or stealing our Scarab God. We can even get his Glorybringer back next turn, potentially. Is he going to start getting his creatures? Is he going to get his own Glorybringer? He did get his own Glorybringer. Hot damn. That's when you know you're feeling good, when they start getting their stuff out of their graveyard. That means this hand has to be relatively weak. It's probably like all negates and stuff. Maybe like 1 or 2 creatures more, but like not a lot. Could get the Death Scourge Scavenger here and get this. But I think I'd rather just draw a card. I think I'd rather just draw a card. Well, we haven't made a comeback yet, but at least we've made a game of it, right? Do we want that? I kind of think we do. Second Black Source would have been real nice. I do kind of think we want this card because it can kill something. Being alive is better than being dead, friends. And we are currently alive. Maybe we didn't want to farm a market, especially if we think he had a bunch of negates in his hand. Yeah, keeping the farmer market might have been bad. Beating the Chandra is going to be hard. Yeah, beating that Chandra is going to be very hard. Yeah, there's one negate. It's a negate we'll never have to worry about, folks. Oh, wow. And no negate there? Interesting. So, looking for a cast out? That's a fumigate. Um, huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're not even close to like replaying that. Guess we're not gonna look. Oh, there's a cast out. Hot damn, we're definitely putting that one on top. We're getting that thing while we can. I think we're gonna wait to figure out what we're gonna do with the Scarab God. I don't think I care if he uses. Do I care if he uses the commit to memory? Actually, I think I do care if he uses the commit to memory. Feel like with the extra fumigate in our hand that we have a lot of insurance. Like, I don't think it's game by any means, but I feel like I don't want him drawing 7 cards and us getting kind of like mana screwed or something. Oh my god, how long have I been mute? I've been talking this entire time. How long have I been mute? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. Think we're gonna go ahead and block here? I think I might double block here. So he can give it +3, he can give it 7. Somebody came in my room to get a gallon of water out of my room, and I guess I've been mute ever since they came in here. So who expected to win that game? Raise your hand. My hand is not in the air. I did not expect to win that game. All right, I take it all back, guys. I was wrong about Scarab God. Not long enough. I'm literally giving you the middle finger right now, but you can't see it. I need a webcam so you can see me giving you the finger. Buddy. I'm just playing. I don't actually care. But anyway, if you guys like what you're seeing, please give us a follow. And if you look at the links down below the stream, you can find a link to my Twitter and my YouTube channel. On the Twitter, you'll see every time we go live, all the deck lists we play, all the arguing I do with all the random people I talk to, all the stupid opinions I have, because I am an idiot and I'm opinionated. And if you look on the YouTube, you'll find all of our past broadcasts. Unfortunately, because of a crappy upload speed, we don't have anything but past broadcasts on there. I would love to do content for there, like box openings and stuff, but screw you, internet, for being so shitty. But if you are watching from the YouTube, keep in mind that in every video, in the description, there's a link to both the Twitter, the Twitch chat, and the deck list we're playing for that particular event. And here in a little while, we'll be uploading the mono white vampires list from yesterday. The one that Hunter Wilson, question mark, smiley face, I think that was his name, went like 8-2 at the Pro Tour or whatever with. Like he took that deep run with. Thank you, Big Mac, for the follow. Also, thank you, Ilm9, for the follow. Let me go ahead and start that upload now while it's on my mind, because I could forget forever. This deck's actually pretty fun. I would like to see some pro tune this deck. We're currently 4-0, and it's felt like one of the better decks we played recently. It feels like they took blue-white approach and fixed blue-white approach's weaknesses, which is kind of what I wanted in the format, because I already thought blue-white approach was the best deck in the game 1 deck in the format. And it feels like they've jumped through a lot of hoops to fix its weaknesses. Like, you don't need a 7-mana sorcery anymore, and that's kind of huge. But, like, it still plays out considerably the exact same manner. So, apparently Twitch is messed up right now, and I cannot upload that video, and it's aggravating me. I have to do that later, whenever it loads. Like, when I go to past broadcasts, there's just nothing here. What? Why did everything drop? What are you doing, computer? Stop that. Alright, everything's back. Anyway, we'll play first. But this actually felt incredibly powerful. It is, but like, I mean, quite honestly, it's got 61 cards. I don't believe it's tuned. It wasn't from a major player, you know, like it wasn't from one of the top teams or whatever. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying any deck that's got 61 cards, there's obviously something you can do to it to improve it. Alright, so we got turn 1 to rest. We're versus the Lobster Monkey. The Funky Monkey. Took out my Hieroglyphic Illumination. I wanted that card. I guess I'm cycling the Renewed Fate, so I need to play that one. But yes, this is a Pro Tour list. I believe it went 8-2. Feel like it's specifically designed to beat a particular meta. Always yes. So our hand seems pretty miserable for what our opponent's likely playing. So he's like playing some kind of Grixis deck. Unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this, or cycle this. I don't really like that because he can just buy this back later at some point, but I don't really want to sit here and let him filter and then like beat me in the head for a while. Instantly punished, by the way. Like, just instantly punished. Enigma Drake. I may should cycle this, but I'm actually just going to keep it because I'm kind of worried about Scarab God. What are we looking at here? So we got Ship to Link. Oh yeah, we saw that. Another Duress. Well, that's friendly. So which one of our 4 ways to kill your Drake would you like to try to get rid of first? So we're definitely paired versus a Brew in the last round. Which one of our 4 ways to kill your Drake do you want to get rid of? I think I'm going to use Farm to Market here. I like the energy's like just gone now. So always yes, always yield. Is it bad that I'm just going to cast Fumigate here? I don't really have anything else going on. I don't really care if he counterspells this. Man, is there not a hotkey that I can just use to press no? Maybe that was a play mistake, especially when we had the farm in our hand, but... kind of like wanting to force the issue, and I didn't think he was going to flood the board with anything, and we didn't really have anything better to play. It's probably wrong. I didn't have to let him get value from a center. Could have made him just cycle. Shouldn't have tapped all my white mana either. Yeah, but I could have used this or this and just not let him get value from a center, I guess. Yeah, letting him get value from a censor feels real bad. Guess I'll use this. I don't know. He gets value from a censor if I use that, so I guess we'll wait. I guess since we messed up and didn't play around the first censor, that we're going to play around the next one. So he'll surely have something here. Still has 4 cards in their hand. The big 6/5, eh? Guess I'm just going to run back the same play with Settle. Torrential Gear Hulk. Okay. Well, that's kind of bad for us. I could have looked for a sensor. That was bad of me. Yeah, I messed up. I should have looked for a sensor. Please don't be a sensor. At least it's not a sensor. That can actually kill that, I guess. So I guess we'll keep it. We're in bad shape, though. Do you do anything here? So I can, like, play you and then cast out you and just take 5? You know, that's better than dying. I think I played this game very poorly. I think this game was winnable if I'd played better. Kind of like mentally checked out after that last teamer match, I guess. The positive note is if we get to untap with the sarcophagus, we can gain potentially 6 life with our renewed fates. Kinda want an untap land? Well, that card does stuff too, doesn't it? Interesting. Yeah, a lot of things can kill us right now. Like another negate kills us. I should have cycled during my turn so I could have gained a life. That was a play mistake by me. That was definitely a play mistake by me. I should have looked for the life. Or should have looked for a mana. Yeah, I'm real bad. Oh, let's see if we hit a land. Alright, ended up not mattering, so that's good. So we still die to a lightning strike. I guess I want to draw 2 cards and look for a fumigate. Those are not fumigates. Also not a fumigate. So we play you. We can only get 2 things. Let me do some thinking here. So he's attacking for 15 like that. I can just gain 12. That doesn't seem like that would win the game. Could cast out that. Could kill that. So that'd be 4, 7, 10. 7 mana is a problem. Yeah, looks like I have to try to get lucky. Yeah, I think I have to try to get lucky. That's not lucky. That's not lucky. Nope. One more chance. Didn't get there. Alright. I think I played that game real bad. Like I don't think we were supposed to lose that game, but I think I played it miserably bad. Alright, so sideboarding. What seems good? This actually seems good. These seem kind of good. I feel like this stuff seems kind of good too, but like not as good. How slow do they seem? I don't think I want counter spells. What else? Forsake the Worldly seems okay. It can get a Torrential Gearhulk. Farm to Markets all seem good. All the rest of these cards seem okay. Like, every other card seems okay. We don't have enough room for everything then. What seems the least okay? These Scarab Gods don't seem great here, but I kind of like Scarab Gods versus all the Gearhulk decks. Sunscourge Champion just may not be good enough. Doesn't really block that well, does it? Yeah, I've convinced myself that I don't like this card anymore. Could cut a couple of the slower cyclers. Yeah, I cut a couple of the slower cyclers and just try it again. Oh, I gotta have 61 cards. I keep forgetting. We'll try this. Yeah, I don't think I played last game well. I'm pretty confident that I didn't play it well. Missing those land drops definitely hurt, but I don't think I played it well in general. How many blue lands are in this deck? 3, 6, 10, 15? Yeah, I don't think I can keep that hand then. This hand seems a lot better. Gotta go to the bottom, unfortunately. So this hand's pretty bad, but it seems a lot better than the first 6 we had. I think if we just play around since our last game, we probably win. See if we get a land that can only come into play tapped. Be interesting to see which one he duresses here between the Drakehaven and the Sarcophagus. They're like both really powerful. Oh, he just takes both. That works too. Alright, don't think we're winning this game. Mulligan versus Double Duress. Probably enough to beat us. This is game 2 of match 5. And I think we threw away game 1 by playing poorly. And in game 2, we had the Mulligan versus Double Duress and then miss land drops even with extra scries, so Like, this isn't even a game. But I don't know. He could have no counterspell. Maybe we roll off a couple lands and it'd be good enough. Feel like it's kind of hard for it to be good enough. Especially since we didn't hit the land there. Don't even have a Cycler in our hand for the Drakehaven anymore. And you know he's going to have some number of counterspells, so... take almost all of our life. So if he's even got one counterspell now, we're definitely dead. Oh well. It happens. The deck is a 22 land deck, so... it's going to happen some number of the time. Lost Legacy? It's going to take Cast Out. Sorry, it's a 24 land deck, I think. Did I say 22? I meant to say 24. It's a 24 land deck. Sorry, I'm an idiot. 24 land with like an infinite number of cyclers. It does feel kind of low to me, but it's whatever. I feel like I punted game one, so like I deserve to lose. Alright, GG. Alright, well, the deck worked out pretty well today. Definitely liked it. Would definitely work on tuning it and or making it, or playing the same 75 even again. So we beat Sultai. We beat Teamer. We beat a zombie deck. And then we beat something that I don't remember. Why do I never remember what the last match is? What were you? Whatever it was, it beat us a game. I don't remember what it was. Oh! And we beat Blue-White Approach. And then we lost to a... Enigma Drake Grixis Attack Brew. Deck felt kind of good. 61 cards felt odd. There was multiple times in these 5-game sample size where I wanted to draw a land. The Scarab God always felt awkward out of the sideboard, but there was one game that it completely took over, so that's probably enough for me to try it again. We didn't board in any of these authorities the entire tournament, but I guess those are for mono red and gift decks, and we didn't get paired versus any of them. I don't really know what I would do. I kind of want to cut this card, but it was good in a couple spots. But like these two cards are the two cards that jump out at me most. This card was very unimpressive. It was okay versus Teamer. I guess that's enough for it to be okay versus, but it was like bad versus everybody else. But yeah, anyway, so that's going to do it for us tonight. We got a nice little 4-1. I think we've punted a good chance at having a 5-0 away, but we're going to go ahead and host Josh. I'm going to get out of here and get some dinner. Josh is playing the green-white Willie Edel deck from the Pro Tour. It looks pretty neat, but hopefully Twitch will let me upload that Vampires video to YouTube soon, and make sure you guys all give us a follow, and I'll try to be on earlier tomorrow. But might play this deck again, not actually sure. But take care, everybody.